Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. President Trump honored Pope Francis after his death at age 88. Former President Joe Biden called Pope Francis a global leader and honored his legacy. President Trump hosted Easter egg roll with corporate sponsors and new theme. President Donald Trump supports Hexeth despite leaked Yemen strike info. Trump official warned New York Governor Kathy Hochul to end NYC toll or face action by May 28. Kristi Noem's purse stolen in DC restaurant with cash, IDs and DHS badge. American singer and actor Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth Hurley spark romance with Easter post. Pope Francis died from a stroke and heart failure, Vatican confirmed. Russia ended Easter ceasefire with new attacks on Ukraine. Boeing jet sent to China returned to US as trade tensions grow. Sheffield United slipped to playoffs after Burnley loss and Hamza clash. And legendary Argentine goalkeeper Hugo Gatti passed away at age 80. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Trump honored Pope Francis after the Vatican announced that the pontiff died at the age of 88. Trump said on Truth Social, "Rest in peace, Pope Francis. May God bless him and all who loved him." Earlier that day, during the White House Easter egg roll, President Trump praised Francis as a very good man who loved the world and especially helped those who were suffering. He also ordered U.S. flags at the White House and all federal and military buildings, both in the U.S. and abroad, to fly at half-staff until sunset on the day of the burial. Vice President J.D. Vance, who met Pope Francis at the Vatican on Easter Sunday, said the Pope had looked very ill but gave a touching homily during the early COVID days. "My heart goes out to the millions of Christians who loved him," Vance shared online. Cardinal Kevin Farrell confirmed Francis died at 7:35 a.m. local time. The Pope had led 1.3 billion Roman Catholics since 2013 and had just appeared in public to bless crowds on Easter. Former President Joe Biden called Pope Francis one of the most consequential leaders of our time after the Pope died at age 88. In a statement, Biden said, "It is with great sadness that Jill and I learned of the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis." Biden, who is Catholic, said Francis was different from any pope before him. He added, "I am better for having known him." He praised the Pope's long service to the poor in Argentina and his strong voice for the powerless and the environment. Biden said Pope Francis made everyone feel welcome in the church and worked for fairness and an end to global poverty. He was the people's pope, a light of faith, hope, and love, he said. During his presidency, Biden met Francis several times. In 2021, the Pope told him he was a good Catholic and should keep receiving communion. In January 2025, Biden awarded Francis the Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction. Biden had planned to give the medal in person during a trip to Rome but canceled it due to California wildfires. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump hosted the White House Easter egg roll. This year's event continued the long-standing tradition on the South Lawn with nearly 30,000 real eggs used instead of plastic ones despite high egg prices. Trump praised the National Park Service for their work, saying the lawn looked beautiful and spiffy. The celebration included games, activities, and a new patriotic theme focused on the upcoming 250th anniversary of the nation's founding. Children signed mini declarations of independence and dressed up as the founding fathers. A big change this year was the corporate sponsorship. Unlike past years when the American Egg Board sponsored the event to avoid advertising, major companies like Amazon, YouTube, and Meta sponsored various activity stations. Event packages were priced at 200,000, 125,000 and 75,000. Top sponsors received large branded spaces, tickets to a special brunch with the First Lady, and the chance for a White House tour or meet and greet. Children from all 56 U.S. states and territories were invited through a lottery, along with guests connected to political families. The tradition, which began in 1878, remains a key part of White House history. President Donald Trump defended Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after reports showed Hegseth shared details of U.S. strikes in Yemen in a second Signal group chat. The chat included his wife, brother, lawyer, and Pentagon aides. Trump said he is doing a great job. Asked the Houthis how he is doing while attending the White House Easter egg roll. The missile strikes planned for March 15 were discussed in private messages before they happened. A similar leak happened earlier this year when the Atlantic's editor was accidentally added to a different group chat. Trump spoke with Hegseth on April 20 and blamed a fired aide for leaking the story to the media. Trump told his team to publicly support Hegseth, saying none of the shared info was classified. Hegseth called the report a hit piece pushed by former staff. Still, pressure to resign grew after his ex-spokesperson wrote that the Pentagon was in disarray. Representative Don Bacon said he wouldn't keep Hegseth if he were in charge. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. President Trump's Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned New York Governor Kathy Hochul that the state could face serious consequences if it did not stop collecting congestion tolls in Manhattan. In a letter, Duffy said New York must certify the program's end by May 21st or explain why it is not illegal. The congestion pricing program, which began on January 5, 2025, charges a $9 toll on most vehicles entering Manhattan below 60th Street during busy hours. Duffy said the program hurts working-class Americans and called it a form of class warfare. The Trump administration had earlier set deadlines of March 21st and April 20, but Hochul continued the program. Federal approval was revoked in February, but the MTA challenged that in court and continued tolling. Hochul said traffic dropped 11% in February and that drivers saved time. The MTA reported 48.6 million collected in the first month and expects 500 million by year-end. A Merge survey showed 42% of New York City residents supported the toll, while 35% backed Trump's efforts to stop it. Kristi Noem, the Secretary of Homeland Security, had her purse stolen at a Washington, D.C. restaurant on April 20. The bag was taken while she was dining at the Capital Burger near downtown. It contained her driver's license, passport, DHS access badge, checks, makeup, medication, and about $3,000 in cash. Her phone was not in the purse. Sources said Noem had placed the bag under her seat to buy her food. The theft was not noticed by her Secret Service detail, and she discovered the missing purse herself. Noem was in D.C. with her children and grandchildren and planned to use the cash for family dinner and Easter gifts. The Secret Service reviewed the restaurant's security footage and identified a white male suspect wearing a medical mask. The investigation is ongoing, and agents are working to trace the suspect using video and the stolen items. The DHS has not yet commented. CNN was the first to report the incident. Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus appeared to reveal a new romance through a sweet Easter photo shared on Instagram. On April 20, the 59-year-old actress posted a cheerful outdoor picture with the 63-year-old country singer. In the photo, Cyrus wore a denim shirt, striped pants, and bunny ears while kissing Hurley on the cheek. Hurley smiled in a blue flannel shirt and jeans. She simply captioned the post, "Happy Easter," without confirming if they are officially a couple. This post came 8 months after Cyrus finalized his divorce from singer Firehouse in August 2024. Their 7-month marriage ended with serious abuse allegations from both sides. Firehouse had claimed Cyrus verbally abused her, while he accused her of emotional and physical abuse. Cyrus was earlier married to Tish Cyrus, with whom he shares 5 children, including singer Miley Cyrus. Hurley was married to Arun Nair and previously dated Hugh Grant and Shane Warne. He has one son, Damian Hurley. Now it's time for global updates. Pope Francis died at the age of 88. The Vatican confirmed that the cause of death was a stroke followed by irreversible heart failure. He passed away at 7:35 a.m. at his residence in the Vatican. Francis had faced many health problems in recent years. He had part of lung removed in his youth and was often sick in winter. In 2021 and 2023, he had multiple surgeries and hospital stays for bowel issues and hernia. Since 2022, he used a wheelchair or walker due to knee injuries. In early 2025, his condition worsened. He was hospitalized in February with pneumonia and kidney problems. On February 28, he had a breathing crisis after inhaling vomit. Doctors said it was the worst moment of his 38-day hospital stay. Francis left the hospital on March 23rd. His doctor later said he nearly died twice. He had marked his 12th papal anniversary from the hospital. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Russia launched new air attacks on Ukraine, ending a short 30-hour Easter ceasefire. Both Russia and Ukraine confirmed the renewed strikes, which raised doubts about President Donald Trump's hope for a broader peace deal this week. The Russian army said it resumed its special military operation after the ceasefire ended. Each side had earlier accused the other of breaking the truce many times. Just after the ceasefire ended at midnight local time, Ukraine reported drone and missile attacks in Dnipropetrovsk, Mykolaiv and Kherson regions. Sergei Lazar, governor of Dnipropetrovsk, said a home and a food shop were hit, but no one was injured. Ukraine's Air Force said it shot down 42 Russian drones in an overnight attack that began at 2 a.m. President Putin had declared the brief ceasefire on April 19 for humanitarian reasons. President Trump had earlier shared hope that Russia and Ukraine might reach a peace deal soon. A Boeing 737 MAX 8 jet meant for China's Xiamen Airlines returned to the U.S. on April 19, 2025, showing rising trade tensions between the U.S. and China. The jet, with Xiamen's blue and white logo, landed at Boeing Field in Seattle. Air Current first reported the return. More 737 MAX jets waiting for delivery to Chinese airlines are now stock. Two are in Zhoushan, China, and one is at Boeing's Renton, Washington plant. CBS News confirmed that another jet may return to the U.S. this week. China recently told its airlines to stop taking new Boeing planes. This follows China's move to raise tariffs on U.S. goods to 125%, matching U.S. tariffs placed by President Donald Trump. Some U.S. import taxes could reach 145%. Boeing planned to deliver about 10 737 MAX jets to airlines like China Southern, Air China, and Xiamen. In early 2025, Boeing delivered 130 planes. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Sheffield United missed automatic promotion after losing 2-1 to Burnley. The defeat confirmed a third-place finish, forcing the Plates into the playoffs to reach the Premier League. Earlier that day, Leeds United beat Stoke 6-0, adding pressure on Sheffield. Burnley captain Josh Brownhill scored twice, first in the 28th minute, then again in the 44th, after Sheffield's Thomas Cannon had briefly equalized. The match ended without second-half goals. Burnley fans stormed the pitch to celebrate their return to the Premier League. During the chaos, Bangladesh star Hamza Chowdhury, who played at right back, got into a heated scuffle. He reportedly clashed with security after being provoked by a home fan. The on-loan Leicester player had to be held back and taken down the tunnel. Sheffield now sit at 86 points, 8 behind second place Burnley. They will focus on the upcoming playoffs and aim to rediscover their early season form for a final promotion push. Hugo Orlando Gatti, a legendary Argentine goalkeeper, died at the age of 80. The South American Football Confederation confirmed his death, which happened 2 days ago. Gatti had been in the hospital for 2 months after breaking his hip. His condition became worse as he developed pneumonia, kidney problems, and heart issues. He was later sedated, and his family decided to remove life support. Gatti, known as El Loco or the Madman, played a record 765 games in Argentina's top league between 1962 and 1988. He was still a starter for Boca Juniors at age 44. In 1977, he helped Boca Juniors win the Copa Libertadores. He was famous for coming out of his goal area, which was unusual at the time. Gatti was also known for his bold personality. He once called Diego Maradona chubby, and Maradona replied by scoring 4 goals against him. He was expected to start in the 1978 World Cup but missed it due to a knee injury. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,032.37. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 334.75 points or 1.82%. Tokyo stock close price is 34,279.92. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 450.36 points or 1.30%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,291.43. The Shanghai index is increased by 14.70 points or 0.45%. Hong Kong stock close price is 21,395.14. The Hang Seng index is increased by 338.16 points or 1.61%. Bombay stock close price is 79,408.50. The Sensex index is increased by 855.30 points or 1.09%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump honored Pope Francis after his death at age 88. Former President Joe Biden called Pope Francis a global leader and honored his legacy. President Trump hosted Easter egg roll with corporate sponsors and new theme. President Donald Trump supports Hexeth despite leaked Yemen strike info. Trump official warned New York Governor Kathy Hochul to end NYC toll or face action by May 28. Kristi Noem's purse stolen in DC restaurant with cash, IDs and DHS badge. American singer and actor Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth Hurley spark romance with Easter post. Pope Francis died from a stroke and heart failure, Vatican confirmed. Russia ended Easter ceasefire with new attacks on Ukraine. Boeing jet sent to China returned to US as trade tensions grow. Sheffield United slipped to playoffs after Burnley loss and Hamza clash. And legendary Argentine goalkeeper Hugo Gatti passed away at age 80. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.